everyone's having a great day. Today is going to be Monday's speed workout. There's a couple things you guys have all done before, and there's a couple things that maybe you guys haven't done yet. Biggest thing, like I've always said, is make sure you record your distances and times for the sprints. That way you guys can kind of track if you guys are getting faster, jumping farther, becoming more explosive, things like that. So here's today's workout. With the sprints, same old, same old. Make sure you guys just record the time, take the full recovery, and really focus on making sure your technique is perfect. There's not much to say about it anymore because every video that I've done has talked about little things with the 30-meter sprint. So as we kind of get into this, I might start skipping the things that you guys know how to do already, so that way you guys can just get to the parts that maybe you don't know how to do or need to review. The next thing you're going to do after the 30-meter sprints is you guys are going to do something called a face down sprint or a laying down sprint. So all it is your dog is going to get out of the way and you're going to lay down, and either someone for you or maybe just yourself is just going to say set, and all that's going to do is put you into a push-up position. Here, set, go. And then you're going to drive off this leg and take off on a sprint. You'll do 2 on each leg. Again, for this, you guys need to make sure that you're recording your distances. I got a tape measure out, and for myself and someone else got a tape measure out for themselves, and they just kind of jumped, and then they would just look and mark with a piece of chalk where their heel was based on the tape measure, and then they try and aim for that every single time or to get past it. I think one of the athletes put on 4 or 5 inches just by having, in my belief, just by having a visual of where they're jumping to, and it kind of gives them something to go for, and then therefore you can get a little bit farther. And then set a goal for yourself. One of the athletes is like to go curb to curb with his double broad jump, which is obviously really, really far, but it makes him jump farther and farther every single time he goes. So for the broad jump and a vertical jump, all you guys are going to do is you're going to do a broad jump as far as you can, and then as soon as you possibly can, with as little time as possible, you want to translate that into the highest vertical jump that you can go, right? So make sure, again, don't be shy with your hands and hips. A lot of athletes, they'll kind of like jump like this, and they hold their hips back, and they kind of hold their arms here. Their arms and their hips need to follow each other, and you need to make sure you get full extension on everything. And as soon as I hit the ground, on my way down from the broad jump, I should be pulling myself down into this position here, and as soon as I hit the ground, I should be jumping as high as I possibly can, trying to float in the air for as long as I can, and then I'm going to stick the landing when I come back down. This should be a really short and explosive exercise, which also means you guys need to probably take about 90 seconds to 2 minutes for the rest for this. Okay, so for this exercise, I know a lot of you guys have done it before. Just a couple reminders. You guys want your knees about shoulder width apart. Your feet should be flat on the ground like this. Your arms be over your head, and you're going to pull yourself down into this position right here. You shouldn't be leaning back like this. You should be kind of engaged, all right? I don't want to be just sitting on my heels and expect them to go somewhere. I want to be engaged. I pull myself down, and then I'm going to throw my hands and my hips straight up just like I would on a vertical jump. And this should throw me up into the air, right? I shouldn't need to like really drive off with my feet. It should throw me up into the air, and I'm going to end up landing into this position right here, right? And it's really important that you guys stick that landing part of it because, again, this can translate to a vertical jump, a broad jump, a sprint, anything that we want to do in the next few weeks. So learning how to stick that position and be really explosive is going to help out a lot. So make sure your thighs are about shoulder width apart. You're going to pull yourself down into that position, and as explosively as you possibly can, you're going to throw your hands and hips up, and you should be floating in the air, and you need to pull your feet underneath you, right? So you land in this athletic position right here, stick the landing for about a second or two, and then you guys are going to rest for about a minute, and then you guys will do it again.
3.
So that's today's exercises. Please let me know, how fast are you running, how high are you jumping, how far are you jumping. Remember, on any of the vertical jumps, you guys can put a little piece of tape on your hand and slap something. Maybe it's your garage door, maybe it's a basketball backboard that you might lower a little bit or whatever. Measure and record so you guys can have like, oh man, I went from running this fast and now I'm this fast, or I went from jumping this high to now I'm jumping that high. Just things like that that are really going to help you guys see your own progress, motivate you, and encourage you guys to continue going. So if you guys can do that and share it with me, I love seeing your guys' numbers. I love seeing your guys' workout videos. It makes my day. It makes doing these videos feel like it's worth it, like you guys are doing it. So if you guys are enjoying it, please give it a like. Maybe share with somebody that you guys know could use it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.